Have you heard of the four happiness chemicals? Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin? Understanding and being aware of what these chemicals are and how they help us be more happier goes a long way in helping us manage our anxiety. And today I'm going to share with you a simple way to remember about these chemicals and to remember their names too. And that is an acronym that I've created called D.O.S.E. D-O-S-E. D stands for dopamine. And dopamine is the motivation producer or reward producer. And what happens, when does the body produce dopamine? When we feel accomplished. So when you complete a task that you have set out to do, and you complete the project that you wanted to do, when you do a self-care activity, maybe do an exercise, or you have practice self-care for yourself, you feel a rush of dopamine. And dopamine, you also have a rush of dopamine when you eat your favorite food, because somewhere the body associates that act of pleasure with a sense of accomplishment, and you feel motivated. And with motivation comes dopamine. And that is D for dopamine. The second one is O for oxytocin. Oxytocin is the love hormone or love chemical, which is produced when we feel a sense of connection, when we feel a sense of belonging, maybe when you hug your daughter, or you have your pet coming running to you, wagging its tail, and then you're able to touch it and pet it. And that's when you have a warm feeling in your heart and you say, hey, I feel so good, I feel so happy. And that's what is the body producing oxytocin. And then we have S for serotonin. And serotonin is the calming chemical. It is the chemical that the body produces that helps us reduce stress and really get back to a state of calmness. And what helps? Lots of things. Like when you practice meditation or mindfulness, the body produces serotonin. When you walk outside in nature, maybe walk across the beach, watching the sunset and just feeling the cool breeze, and that's the body producing serotonin. You feel so calm and happy inside and feel so peaceful. And then when you are listening to some very calming, relaxing music, your body is producing serotonin. Sometimes the body also produces serotonin when you're just sitting there next to your child or watching a little baby gurgling away. And that's such a warm, peaceful feeling too. So these are ways where the body produces serotonin and makes you feel more calm, more relaxed, and more at peace. And then you have the E for endorphins. And endorphins are pain-relieving chemicals, which really help in reducing the level of physical or emotional pain in the body. And when does the body produce endorphins? So when you do exercise, the body produces a lot of endorphins. And that's why they always recommend exercise for all kinds of mental health issues. Again, the body produces a lot of endorphins when you're listening to music, especially it's your favorite music, or when you're, eating dark chocolate, sometimes when you're watching a movie, or when you're watching a comedy show and you're laughing away, watching that funny video on YouTube, the body is producing endorphins. And the body loves it because it reduces the level of physical and or emotional pain and makes you really feel good and warm inside. So these were the four happiness chemicals. So remember the acronym D.O.S.E, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin. And remember that we need all the four chemicals, all these four hormones to really increase our overall happiness index in our body. So always remember to have a dose of happiness today. Bye.